let's go through a few scenarios. Hot traffic. Someone's from Finland. They like you. They love you. They follow the brand. They know it. They get it. They book a call. We find out what their core problem is. We agitate the pain. Then it makes sense to be like, hey, can I help? Can I see how we can help you? Let's walk through the process. Let's give the pitch. Let's really, really objection handle and try to get it in the call. If you don't have a full calendar, you don't need to put yourself under too much pressure because you can rebook. So let's do scenario two. Scenario two is someone came into a webinar, cold traffic, doesn't know you, doesn't like you, but has a problem. So we have a problem. We have to find the pain. That takes 45 minutes. We then say, look, the good news is we can definitely help you. How about I give you a personalized roadmap tomorrow? And on the second call, we'll implement the process for you. We'll walk you through how to implement the process. So it's the same process, problem, pain, process, price, but you split it into 2 calls. Because if you want to go deeper into these. On the 1 call close, this could be like 15, 15, 15, 15. On the 2 call close, this could be like 25, 25, 25, 25. And we just got to know, like, what are we optimizing for? So 1 will know the traffic source, okay? So you can tell basically based on the traffic, is it warm or cold? And then 2, immediately when they get on the call, you can ask them, basically, a lot of times, how much content have you consumed? How much you know about Rita stuff? Halfway through the call and so on. But like, how up to speed are you with the brand and all this kind of stuff?
Yeah, we always do that.
Yeah, so then that should drive you to the direction of this person will close. Again, everyone can close, but in the direction of either 1 or 2. And it kind of doesn't matter. The only reason why this would become an issue is if your calendar was like crazy, 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 crazy full, and you basically had no way out. You couldn't, you didn't have any space in the calendar. And it's like, that's just not really an issue right now.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Cool.
All right. Okay, so basically Una's numbers are all right, and then we just need to analyze the calls. Have you been analyzing the calls, Una? Some of them, like some that I suck it up, and then some good ones. But it's also, every time it's the pitch part, it's the hardest for me, but I try to train it again and again and again and find the way that it's the best in my mouth. So
yeah,
that's something that we practice with Darren, and I think it was very beneficial when we kind of wrote pitching, because I think it was issue for me as well.
Yeah, it's more, I think, we discussed this in our last call too, just tying it back to their problem. It's like, hey, I know we had this problem with getting leads. I know you've now been running Meta ads and Google ads. Let me show you how we solve this problem just through LinkedIn. Here's what we're going to help you do. Here's the process, and so on and so forth. So just keep it very problem solution focused instead of like, hey, I have all of these things and we have the bells and the whistles and all this kind of stuff. I mean, that's where you lose people, because you kind of lose yourself, It's less coherent.
Okay. All right.
So hiring?
That's hiring. So basically, just the day before I was giving birth, I actually interviewed one guy, and he could be at least, like, right now we need. I think Una already had interview with him, and then I had like 2 video interviews with him, and he seems good, and he has good recommendations from someone I know from sales.
Okay.
So he has sales background. So that's one thing. But obviously, I don't know, like, what would you do? Like, because right now the thing is that in Finland, July is like, it's weird, or it sounds weird, but really people are like, for instance, this week I had a weekly call with my clients, and there were 2 clients there. And usually we have like 20 people. So people are actually taking a lot of time off in July. So if I need to hire setters, if I need to hire a closer, what would you do? Like, would you do LinkedIn job advertisement? What would you do?
So first question is, when should you hire sales reps? You should always hire sales reps yesterday, because they're going to take 90 days to get to KPI. So 90 days, not to output. Output, they want to be there at the end of 30. But by the time they get to like 100 messages a day and 5 bookings a day, or taking, 10 calls a day and closing 3 to 4 a day, is going to take 90 days. So if everyone's on like Hot Boy Summer, you want to actually bring people in now so that you can have a low ramp. It's always better to bring people in as well when you want them, not when you need them. So I would prefer you to overspend on a rep, give them like some sort of like bonus to get started, to just, to come in early, and just spend time like actually like getting to know them and so on, not just throwing them on a calendar like 2 days later. Okay, that's the first thing. So always hire reps in advance, and I'd prefer you to prune the team versus scurry, which is kind of what's happening now. Now it's like we have one rep who is shit, who is underperforming, and arguably we may not be able to fix him. Because like that's a conversation I have with some of my own reps. It's like we are in a position of coaching our team, but we can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped. So if this person is not responsive to coaching, they have to go. Like they quite literally have to go. So that's that. Then when it comes to job posts, LinkedIn Jobs is by far like such a good platform for this stuff when it comes to like your local market. So your specific local market, because it's Finnish, right? They're going to speak the local language. You're not going to be able to use too many of like those like sales training platforms, and unless there's some that are in Finnish, basically.